This episode of Around the Oval is brought to you by Todd Pennington with Renovation Mortgage. Hey, Ohio State fans, Alex Gleitman of Buckeye Scoop here with another edition of Around the Oval presented by Todd Pennington with Revolution Mortgage. This week, we have a very, not only special, but very timely guest in Marysville, Ohio, 2022 linebacker Gabe Powers, the newest commit of the Ohio State 2022 class. Gabe, thanks for joining the show. Appreciate your time today. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. Again, thanks for being on. We really appreciate it. And congrats. Big news. You recently committed to Ohio State. How did it feel to deliver the news to Coach Washington and Coach Day and the rest of the staff?
Felt great. Well, I've been keeping in contact. He's always saying I'm a Buckeye, but when I officially said it, it felt real good. You can see excitement in their voice, and big weight off my shoulder too. Just knowing I'm Buckeye.
For sure, man. And I know guys like myself, a lot of other people were kind of caught wind that something could be coming soon. I know you and I had spoken a little bit over the last few months that you were thinking about it, and it seemed like you wanted to wait for visits, but visits just kept getting delayed. And quite frankly, who knows if they're even going to happen in 2020 for sure. So I guess what was it that made you decide to pull the trigger now versus waiting till, you could take visits?
Yeah, like you said, with probably want to have visits this year, and with us threatening not even to have a season this year, it was just best for me, my family, decided it's best for me just to commit now with everything going on.
Yeah, and you tried to trick us. You tried to throw us off the trail a little bit. I was talking to you, I think it was Friday night, a little bit on text, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm going to make my decision tomorrow, but I'm still between a few schools." I didn't personally buy that, but you obviously knew you were going to Ohio State at that point. What was it? You had some great offers. I mean, West Virginia, Florida State, school up north, national type programs that were coming after you. What was it about Ohio State? Obviously it's home, but what was it about the Buckeyes that made them the school for you?
Yeah, like you said, it's home, and I've always dreamed about playing there as a little kid, only 30 minutes away. But at the same time, my relationship with Coach Washington, Coach Day, is amazing. Washington is his family, even love his family, great family. Love the way he coaches, and I love Coach Day and how he recruits and how he coaches.
Yeah, no doubt. And as I said, you had, how many offers did you have when you committed?
23.
Yeah, I was going to say it had to be close to 25-ish. Yeah. Obviously you were, and it's still pretty early, especially considering no one got to see 2022 guys live in the spring or at summer camps and stuff like that. What do you think it is that makes you such a highly touted prospect that nearly 25 schools? And I'm sure if you don't, you're still going to get a few more offers. I'm sure you would have got almost double that, had you decided to wait a little bit. But what do you think you do so well on the field that makes you such a wanted guy by college coaches?
Yeah, my speed, my athleticism, my length is a big one, but at the same time, my IQ for the game is very high. My physicality is very high, and I think that's what separates from the rest. And I love to compete like everyone else does, but my IQ separates me from a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And, off the field traits, you mentioned IQ. That's obviously something that helps you on the field, but tell us a little bit about what type of guy you are in the locker room and in the classroom. I mean, obviously coaches aren't going to offer you a scholarship if your grades are piss poor or, if you're going to be a problem in the locker room, but tell us a little bit about, are you a vocal leader? Are you a lead by example type of guy? Like a little bit of Gabe Powers off the field.
Yeah, I'm vocal and I lead by example. I first in every sprint, off the field, locker room, leader in the locker room, in the classroom. I'm always 3.6 or above. I always take pride in my schoolwork. That's what my dad's always taught me. School comes first and then football. But so I take pride in my schoolwork. I take pride in my grades, and I'm a leader on and off the field.
Yeah, and you got, as you just said, you got football in your family, right? I mean, your dad's coach, your your older brother, I know he's just announced he's going to transfer from West Virginia, but he's a college football player too. How has that helped you, become the player and person you are? Like, how big of a help has that been for you, being kind of in a quote unquote football family?
Huge help. Ever since I could walk, I was out there because my dad used to be defensive coordinators, different high schools and stuff like that. So ever since I was walking, the only way I could see my dad really is going out to the football field. So I'd go out there, go through the drills behind the guys, and just mess around out there. So ever since I could walk, I've been playing linebacker. So, and with the older brother, he's kind of set that bar. So as a young brother, you're always trying to beat that. So it always made me push harder and harder to get better than him.
For sure. And, when you talk about you on the defensive side of the ball, I guess first tell everyone, what's your height and weight right now?
6'4", 220.
6'4", 220. So, I mean, you're the size of a college linebacker right now. I mean, a lot of college linebackers, some of them don't even play at 220. Some people feel, I know, that your body could take you down to defensive end the same way a guy like Sam Hubbard did at Ohio State. And listen, nothing wrong with that. He's having a really nice career in the NFL. But at the same time, some people also feel like even if you get a little bit bigger, you're going to be athletic enough to stay at linebacker, kind of like another Columbus area guy, Bobby Carpenter, did at Ohio State. And so my question to you is, number one, do you have a preference, staying at linebacker, growing into defensive end? What do you think is going to happen? What have the coaches told you about how they plan to use you?
I don't have a preference on anywhere I play. I just want to play football. So I don't care where I play on the field. I'll try to be the best at whatever I can do. But as far as what Coach Washington told me, I am a linebacker. And that's what they're going to play me as a Sam kind of hybrid. So walk up in the line and blitz, drop back, cover a tight end, or stop the run.
That would certainly work. And, if you do stick at linebacker in the 2022 class, there's another guy from the state of Ohio, CJ Hicks, who's kind of a different hybrid. He's more of a defensive back linebacker, has traditionally been a defensive back, kind of making that transition to linebacker, and he's going to play linebacker probably on the other side for the Buckeyes. What is it like knowing that you have another Ohio guy already in that linebacker core that could, be such a highly touted kid as well in this class?
Yes, sir. It's great. Think about playing on opposite sides of the ball with him. He's a great player. I'm looking forward to playing opposite sides of the ball, because he's more, like you said, the DB hybrid that's going to play linebacker on the other side. So I'm looking forward to being his teammate and grinding with him.
Yeah, and, there's almost a handful of you guys in this 2022 class. Obviously, I think CJ's been in touch with you. Have you been able to build a relationship with the other 2022 guys, Tegger, Jair? Have you been able to kind of build that bond with them yet, or not just yet?
Not with Tegger right now. Just me and CJ are right now, and some other 2022 guys. So.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was going to ask you. Like, now that you're a recruit, are you going to, I know CJ's, Captain Buckeye over there, and he's got things under control as far as reaching out to some uncommitted guys. But are there any specific uncommitted guys you're going to try to help recruit or try to talk to?
Just kind of help out CJ. He's more, social media. He wants to go out there. He's Captain Buckeye, so he's going out there texting people, but kind of just help him out, just build a relationship with him. But that's mainly CJ. He's got it.
For sure. And, now that you're committed, I guess you're focused on what hopefully will be a season this upcoming year. But, whether we play or don't play, that's unknown right now, or how it goes or whatnot. But you at least will have, next year, no matter what, before you go to Ohio State. I guess, is your plan right now to enroll early at Ohio State after your senior year, or are you going to be a guy who comes in June?
Yes, sir. I have all my classes, everything set up to go early.
Nice. And, it seems like that was kind of a no-brainer decision to you. What went into that decision to prepare yourself to be able to enroll early?
I was spring ball and everything. When you come in and later in like June, you're a step behind all the other recruits that came in earlier. So I want to get up there, and get to grind and get to working right away.
And, you know, as I said, you got hopefully 2 seasons before you have to get up there and Coach Mick gets a hold of you. But what are some of the things that you hope to work on before you get to Ohio State?
Just getting faster, getting stronger, and that's pretty much it right now.
And with that question, I guess, what are the things you feel you do? You know, I know you mentioned your IQ earlier, but physically, what are the things you feel you do well on the field that are going to help Ohio State, you know, right off the bat when you get there?
Yeah, like IQ, you know, I can read and develop plays very quick. My athleticism, I could cover field. My speed, I could cover sideline to sideline. My physicality, you know, that separates me a lot because I'm not afraid to hit. You know, I want to hit. I love hitting. So I think that separates me a lot.
And, you know, when you do get to Ohio State, I mean, you're going to have anywhere from 3 to 5 years to accomplish all your goals. But tell us a little bit about what are your goals, both individually and for the team, for your time at Ohio State in Columbus?
You know, my goal is to be the best linebacker to ever walk through there. So I want to be the best linebacker. You know, my freshman year, I want to go out there and I want to compete my freshman year. You know, even start my freshman year. I've always set my goals high, very high. So I want to go in there. I want to start my freshman year and be the best linebacker.
And what about, you know, for the team? You know, I imagine Big Ten championships, national championships. What's the goal to help the program while you're there again over 3 to 5 years?
Just what to help them, you know, do everything I can and everything in my power to, you know, on the defensive end, just to never score, you know, lead them to victory and everything I can do, you know, as much as I can do. But our expectation, you know, every year, it's Ohio State. It's a national championship. So that's what we always go for.
No doubt about that. And last 2 questions here, you know, get to know you a little bit more off the field. Do you know, I mean, it's early. I didn't even know what I wanted to major until after my freshman year of college, but do you have any clue what you want to study at Ohio State?
No clue. No clue or no.
That's fair, and that's probably the right answer. Hopefully, you know, you make it to the NFL, and then who knows after that. But, you're going to have to pick something at some point. No, and so I guess this question might be a little bit easier. What does Gabe Powers like to do off the field when he's not playing football?
I like to fish, you know, play basketball, play some pickup games with some friends, and fish, basketball, and just hang with friends, really.
Awesome, man. Well, Gabe, thanks again for joining us on Around the Oval.
Appreciate you reaching out.
Yeah, definitely. Have a good night, and, you know, continue to stay safe and healthy out there. Best of luck this year.
Yes, sir. You too. Thank you.
This episode of Around the Oval was brought to you by Todd Pennington with Renovation Mortgage. If you've been thinking about refinancing or buying a house, check out our sponsor, Todd Pennington with Renovation Mortgage. They offer low rates for refinancing and home purchase loans, including first-time home buyer programs, down payment assistance, and cash-out home equity loans. Check out revolutionmortgage.com/tpennington.